Oh, okay. No, microphone was off that entire time. I thought I clicked it on and it was like, no. What did I click off then? I click off browser. Why would I click off browser? I don't use browser. Okay. What I was saying was I feel bad. Like I talked up Phantom Brave, like playthrough and all that so much, and then nothing happened with that at all. Period. Well, one would hope I would do something with it, but no, did not happen. But that, we're moving through it. We're trying to get through it. But like I've got a couple things possibly planned, right? I've got a possible Fall Guys collab in the next week or two. Dependent on when everyone else can do it. This is through the creator club. People are wanting to create more group game stuff, and someone's very specifically wanting to do a group Fall Guys. So I was like, all right, who here knows how to play? And they're all like, no. I'm like, well, I'm a teacher. Also, that's another thing. When because I don't think it'll drop until beginning of April. So around the time, beginning of April's gonna be busy now that I think about it, because we got the Switch 2 reveal, which I still have to request that time, at least part of that time, off from work the next day. Fun fact: if you want to try and get your Switch 2, the reveal day is on the 2nd. Try and get the morning of the 3rd off to go reserve one. Hopefully, Walmart doesn't do a PS5 again. Walmart, don't do it. And hopefully we can actually do our reserves as they're intended. But no, I've got a couple streams planned. I don't know how far we'll get in Phantom Brave until Xenosaga X comes out, or Xenoblade X comes out. But priority list for RPGs is reversed again, just like it was a couple years back. So when X comes out, that's a priority. The Sea of Stars DLC is second priority to Xenoblade X. I don't know how long it is. If it doesn't take that long to go through the DLC, I might just spend a week to do it, because otherwise, it's going to be on my brain. That game is so good. That means there's no new music. I love the music in the game. But I am also going to be taking part of the stream for YouTube, and posting this as one big story for YouTube, right? So this is a story that is technically, unless something happens. Oh, hi, Ren. So this is a story that has technically taken about 8 months to actually finalize, I guess. To actually just get it done. But it's been a trial, to say the least. My phone is full of just so many calls between my insurance, between my car, not even a dealership, the car manufacturer, because it's leased. So I have to talk to them, to the point where I had I'll get to it, but I had a lot more on my side the more it went. And then tonight it finally ended, which was supposed to be a hand in, pay money, and then leave. I was there for 2 additional hours because stuff kept happening. So, and by the time it was done, I simply ordered pizza and stuffed bread and was like, I do not care. I need to be fat for a night, because fuck this. So let's start from the beginning, right? I've talked about it before, a little over a year ago, me and Miss B. Hayden moved. I've said before that it's Mass, and that is pertinent to the story. That's Massachusetts. Moved to Massachusetts, and when you move, you try to think of as much as you can that needs to get done. I'm still working on getting my teacher's license through Mass. I have it through my old state, but like through Mass, like that takes an entire different set of hoops, right? So like I'm working on that. I'm working on getting like all the the bills switched over. Working on getting like my tax information changed over. I'm working on getting all that stuff. And one thing that kind of went over my head for a while was getting my car registered. Now, my car was at the time registered for like later that fall. So like when we moved, I had just re-registered the car like 2 months prior, right? So in my mind, I had plenty of time. It wasn't until maybe a couple months into us moving, a friend of mine had mentioned, hey, like since they had moved states, that you do need to re-register your car pretty soon into moving. It should be done prior to, if possible. And that if you're pulled over and they do that, then that's bad. They don't, they're not really going to warn you. I'm like, okay. So I started, getting together what I thought I needed. Now, mind you, I'm going by most every other state. And with every other state, even if it's a leased vehicle, this is important, it's a leased vehicle, I would just need, registration, title, proof of insurance, that sort of thing to show that I know I am an adult and I can do adult things. Well, I had initially gone to the RMV to get a new license prior, so I knew where it was, so I drove there, and I brought all the paperwork that I would normally need, right? I even brought like my checkbook because I wasn't sure if they took, card or not. Because sometimes they don't. Like the smaller areas, the smaller towns, they growing up, they wouldn't take the card. They had to be checked. So I go in, right, and I hand them all this, and they look at me and goes, "You need power of attorney." And I look at them and I'm like, "I'm just trying to register my car." What are you talking about? Power of attorney? And she goes, "Well, you need temporary power of attorney." I'm like, that doesn't explain anything. And as they put it, specifically in Massachusetts, right? Because it's a leased vehicle that was not bought or not leased in state, that I, along with everything else, the forms, the registration, proof of insurance, all that I also need temporary power of attorney over my car in order to sign over the fact that this car that I'm leasing, I'm no longer leasing in the old state. I'm now leasing in Massachusetts. And this Massachusetts, I quickly learned, is a bit of a pain when it comes to this. So I'm like, okay. So I drive down the road to a Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm sitting in the car. I got like a couple like ham and cheese wraps, and I'm on the phone with my insurance company. And this guy's on the phone with me like, "Oh, I know what form you need. It's called an RTA form, and we can do it over the phone." I was like, "Okay, great." Right. And then what do I do with it? Well, like after you fill it out, you're going to send it, or we're going to send it to the car manufacturer, right? So, Ford or Hyundai or Honda or one of those, right? We're going to send it to them of proof, this proof of insurance, like you are covered by insurance. That is in-state insurance, because I did make sure to shift it. But of all things, that came to mind. And we'll if you can either send us a check, or we'll send you the information back, and you can just bring it to the RMV yourself and get it registered. I'm like, okay, cool. So I sit in this parking lot for like half an hour, right? Giving them all the information about the vehicle, right? And he emails me the PDF for this file, right? For this RTA file. Cool. Right. Great. Wonderful. So I go home, I download it, and I try to bring it in the next week. Or no, I'm sorry. I don't try to bring it in. First, I try to send it in to my manufacturer, and I send them the file. Like, you can do it online. And within a week later, I get an email back saying that it was denied. I was like, "Why'd you deny this? I filled it out." And they said that certain things were not filled out right. Okay, well, I call my insurance company back, and they sent me with someone. I tell them tell them what's up. I'm like, "Oh, I see what they did, because you're leasing it. They fill it out as you being the owner. You're not the owner, you're the leasee. So we need to fill it out again. Like, okay. Because I found out I can't fill out this form myself. I can't fill out any fields. It has to be through the insurance company, right? Because if so, I would have just downloaded and filled it out myself. So I sit again with this, like, mind you, they were nice. Redo this entire form, right? Like, okay. And they send me the PDF again. And I send it again to the manufacturer. The manufacturer sends it back, saying it's still not good. Like, what? And I look through the email that they send, like, we need one of these two things. And what they're requesting is an insurance provider's address. I was like, but it's online. I bought it online. They're all online. I have their corporate at what do you need? So I call the manufacturer now, right? Like, what do you guys need? And like, well, we need a Massachusetts address. I'm like, well, that doesn't exist. I bought it online. What do you mean you need a Massachusetts address? Well, it has to be Massachusetts Insurance Company. Like, it's a national brand. They have commercials during the Super Bowl. They're in all of the states. Please make your English make sense, please. And I go back and forth. I'm trying to figure it out. And they're like, okay, well, try to get back with them about an address for where to send the title stuff. It's like, okay, call my insurance back. And I tell them that, and they're like, we've never experienced this. This is weird, right? Mind you, months are going by as I have these different conversations. Because every time it's rejected, I'm waiting a week or two for it to be rejected. And there are a couple days of, so I get the, the information. Okay, I write it down. At this point, I've now started to build a notebook, right? So I have a notebook down, and I'm filling out the information. I'm like, okay, this is the address you need me to send it to. Yes, this is your title stuff. Yes, in like Midwest. Like, yep, okay, cool. I have it down. It's this. Yes, okay, good. So I talk to someone at the manufacturers. I'm like, here's the address. This is the address that they said to send it to. And they're like, well, we need a Massachusetts address. Like, I don't have a Massachusetts address. This is a national company. Well, they don't have a place in Massachusetts. Like, I think you're missing the point. This is an insurance company. This is where they said to send it to. They don't know why you're being so difficult. And like, I finally talked to someone like, okay, we'll just sign off on this and we'll just have them release the title and we'll send it to you once there's okay, good. That's what the guy said on the phone, right? Guess what? Again, another week. Sorry, but this was rejected. But he said he was going to do the thing. He said, so like, I'm having, a moment, right? So I call the manufacturer back. And at this point, finally, mind you, we're now in the fall. This started at the beginning of June. We're now in the fall. Good solid way into the fall. And I am now like over the moon. And I'm like, can you please help? Like, we're going to assign someone to your case because this is crazy. I'm like, thank you. So they assign someone to my case and they're looking through and they see the metric load of emails and rejections and phone calls. And they're like, why is this taking so long? I'm like, I don't know. That's why they gave me you. So we're going through the information and they're like, well, you know what? I'm going to contact our titles department because it is such separated departments that they have to contact them and have to wait for them to contact them back. Okay, great. So I wait a couple days. I still don't hear back. I get an email saying that they tried to call me and I checked my phone and they did try to call me, but it came up as possible scam because they called from their office, not the customer service number response. No, because it was office. My phone thought it was possibly a suspected scam, so my phone never rang. Thanks, phone. They tried to call me twice, in fact. I finally called them back and like, hey, my phone thinks that you are trying to steal my money. But now that I'm in touch, what do they need? And they're like, this is what the title department said they need. And they said it very clearly. I was like, okay, I'm going to write it down. Can you also email that to me verbatim, what I need, so I can spell it out for them if they give me garbage? And they're like, sure. So I call back my insurance company the same day. I'm like, hey, I finally have like someone working on my case for this. And they're like, you know what? Let's give you someone to work on your case on our end. I'm like, you are finally working with me. It only took 6 months. So they give me someone and I explain the situation. They look through my log and I say, this is exactly what they say I need. And there's a moment they're like, but we sent that out. I'm like, I do not care what you tell me you have sent. At this point, this flat out is what they said they need, is this. And I read the email to them and I was like, this is what they said they need. Please provide it. I don't care if you already sent it. I don't care if you sent it 5 times. This is what they said they need. And if you send it and I tell them to look for it, if there's an issue, then I can tell them to like go shovel dirt. But otherwise, I have nothing to stand on. So please just do it again. Like, okay, we'll do it again. Great. So we sat down and I filled this form out over the phone for the 4th time. And they send it out. They send it to the fax. And like, is there anything put in? Like, yes. Put attention to this person and attention to this person. And just, here's, you know what? Here's my case number on their end. Here's my policy number for their end. Could you include those in the fax so they don't lose it spontaneously again? Like, sure. Here you go. So they send it. And guess what? Within like a couple more weeks, this took a couple weeks, I get a call back. Not an email of denial. No, I get a call back. It's like, hey, we just got the information back from the manufacturer. I was like, oh, sweet heaven. Are we nearing the end of the rainbow? It is now almost 7 months that I've been driving around, thankfully very safely, making sure no one pays close attention to my main plate and sees that it says 24 on it still. And they're like, okay, here's what we're going to do, because this is absurd that you've been going through this for so long. I'm like, thank you for agreeing to the obvious. They say what they're going to get all the information together, the title, the power of attorney, all that stuff. And they're going to FedEx it to me overnight. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers, you're speaking my language. Give me all that information. Give me these physical things that I need. And I double check, is this all I need? I'm like, yes. And even when I got the information, there was something about like a license. And I called it back, like, do I need anything about this? Like, no, that's for after you get it. We just need to know what the new plate is. I'm like, okay. You know what? You got it. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll get this done the next day because I cannot wait an additional day. Because in an additional day, there is Miss B. Hayden's birthday. And there's no fucking way I'm going to be standing in the fucking RMV for 2 fucking hours to get something done that should have been done 8 months when I could be sitting with my partner eating fucking cheesecake. All right? That's not happening. Fuck off. So, I have all this information. I've double checked everything. I've made sure that this is everything I need in this package. So after work, I go to the RMV and I walk up to that counter. I'm like, here you go. This is everything I need. This is what they said I need. Everything's right there. Here you go. And this woman looks at it. And then she looks to the person in her queue. And she says she's going to go talk to her manager and go to the back. I'm like, what the actual fuck? What the fuck could be wrong that you need to talk to your manager? And she comes back and she says, do you see this? And she points to the form. And in one of the sections, there is just blankness where there should be a line and some words. There's just this line of blankness. Whatever incredibly intelligent individual filled this out and then made the copies for their records, they left a long sticky note of some sort in the copy. So a good chunk of information was not on the form. There is a white void on this form. And she looks at me and goes, we have a self-serve kiosk for the printer. If they emailed it to you, they need to re-email it and you need to print it out. I would call your insurance company. I'm like, great, wonderful. I know the number by heart at this point. So I go to the corner of the RMV And I call, and thankfully I've been with my insurance long enough that I'm not on hold at all. And like, we'll send you to our insurance verification. Great. Insurance verification has a hold because it's a long process. So there I'm sitting there for about 10 to 15 minutes. And finally I talk to someone. I'm like, look, this is the situation. Do you have the copy of this form so you can just resend it to me so I can print it out? And she's like, let me look. What is your information? I give them the information. Okay, great. Let me send it. And I'm on hold again for about 5-6 minutes. And she comes back. Well, because they didn't email it to you. Because they FedExed it to you. We need to fill this form out again. Oh, goody. Well, you know what? I already have a mostly 98% copy of this form in front of me. I already have the information ready. Are you good? They're like, yes. I'm like, great. So I give them the information. In the middle of the RMV, I'm listing off all the information about my vehicle. And I go and I'm like, thank you so much. And they send it to my email and I see it pop up on my phone. And so I go to the self-serve kiosk and I sign into my email. And there it is. I download it. I print it off. I'm like, great. Here we go. And I go back in line. And because at this point it's past 5 o'clock, one of the managers is there just speeding people along and getting them in a queue because this is the last chunk of customers for the day. And he sees what I have and he looks it over real quick. He's like, okay, here's the queue number. Go in line. I'm like, thank you. So I sit down for only a couple of minutes before my number's called. I'm like, great. So I go this one. I'm like, here's everything. I said that this was the void. This is the old one that didn't have it. Here's the new one. Here you go. And like, great. Can you sign the bottom of the form? Sure, here. I'm signing it. And she looks at the form. She's looking through this. And she stops on the title. And then she walks to her friend in the cubicle asking a question about it. And then she walks to the back to talk to more people about it. And they're talking about something with the title that's missing. Oh. So she comes back. I'm like, I'm sure you overheard part of that. I'm like, oh, please. Don't even. And she points to a single line on the RTA form and says, there's no physical address for this. I'm like, they've never given me a physical address, only a mailing address. This is the form that they sent to me. Not once, not twice, but twice. And they're like, well, here's the positive. I'm like, how is there a positive? Please give me a positive. And like, because the title, there's aspects of this title that work that actually give it. They can look up the physical location that this title it comes from. And they can give me the physical address. Oh, okay, that's great. Like, yes. So call your insurance company back because they have to fill that line out and then reprint it. Okay. So I call my insurance company back. And I'm on hold for the insurance policy again. And I'm sitting to the side. And mind you, this woman's been nice at the counter. She's like, I have everything all pinned up. When you hear back from them and you get it printed off, just wave me down and we'll just get it done. Like, thank you. So I'm on my insurance. I'm on the phone with the insurance again, and I tell them what's up. And they're like, okay. And mind you, I got a little sticky of what this address is. So I give them the address over the phone, and we double check it. We triple check it. We're like, okay, that's it. And like, that's all they said. That's all they've highlighted. But great. And I've emailed it. Okay, great. And thank fuck. This woman asked, would you like me to stay on the line to make sure you get it? Because I didn't have a problem the first time. I'm like, yes. So I go to the kiosk, right? And I pull up the email. She has forgotten to attach the form, the PDF, to the email. There's all the information about the form, just not the form. And I'm like, ma'am, you forgot to attach the form to the email. She's like, oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad I stayed on the phone. I'm like, me too. So she said she sends it again. I'm looking and reloading. And she's like, it's not there. And I'm like, I don't see it. And then I'm like, give me a second. I click. It went to spam. So I pull it out of spam. And I tried downloading it. I'm like, wait, no, it says I have to move it out of spam to download it. So I move it out of spam and I download it. And there it is. I'm like, ma'am, I have the form. I see it. I'm going to print it. Thank you so much. He's like, thank you as well. And we're not done yet. Because you see, I am now printing this form out of the kiosk. I hear the printer starting to rumble. It is starting to move. And at that moment, because they're starting to close down, the exact same woman who is helping me is cleaning up, and she goes to grab something underneath the desk of the kiosk, and whatever she fucking did jostled the power enough that it reset the entire computer. I have page 1 of the 2-page form printed out. Page 1 is not the page I needed. I needed page 2. So I look at her, and she looks at me, and I look at her, and she looks at the security guard, and security guard looks at her because he's watching this entire fucking thing. And she goes, is it all right? I'm like, I don't know what you did. You reset the entire computer. And she's like, well, just flicker the screen, right? The security guard just goes, no. You just reset that entire damn computer, including the printer. She's like, well, it should still be in the memory from the printer, right? And I look at her like, no, your computer is set up that if it resets, it clears all personal information, including the printer queue. So I sign back into my email once it's done rebooting. I re-download the form, and I print it the fuck out. And I hand it directly to her. I'm like, here you go. Just please take this. And so they do. And they're doing all their paperwork. And I see her stop again and call her for manager. Do we need the lease or physical address? And I'm sitting there, and I do not know what face I had been wearing. But the manager glanced up at me, and you could tell that I was done with this shit, and I was about to cry. Because he turns back to her and goes, stop scaring the customers. And he looks at the title, is like, you do not need the physical address. There's none here on the title. Therefore, you leave that section blank. She goes, okay, good. I'm just like, And she finishes off, and she's like, it'll be such and such, like over $100, right? And I look at her like, that'll be the best over $100 I have spent in the past 12 months. And she hands me the plate. She hands me the information. She hands me everything I need. And she looks at me and goes, now make sure you get an inspection sticker in the next 7 days. And I look right back at her and goes, ma'am, I got it inspected 5 months ago. I'm fine. And I came home. I ordered pizza. And after, let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, we are into 9 total months of just trying to give the state of Massachusetts over $100 so I can get a fucking piece of metal on my car that says, hey, I'm an adult and I have insurance. It has been the dumbest process, to the extent that all of my coworkers are now following this drama. When I was leaving for Thanksgiving break, as I'm leaving the parking lot, my boss calls me on my phone. And I look oddly at it, pick it up, and I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm just leaving work. Is everything fine? And she goes, haven't fixed that license plate yet, have you? And I look, and she's right behind me. Fucking damn it. I love my boss. Just constantly giving me shit. Oh, God. I'm going to go in, though. I'm going to tell them all my teacher's aides everything that happened tonight. Because fuck. And mind you, all of this is because it's leased. If this was anything like ownership or anything, it wouldn't be this much, wouldn't be this bad. If it was almost any other state, it wouldn't be this bad. I picked like regicide mode in like trying to get my car registered. Like, I don't want to go through that again. That sucked. No, thank you. But that is your story of why over the past 8 to 9 months I've been going through it. And I like how it compacted just a bunch of dumb shit at the very end. The fact that she unplugged the computer temporarily at page 1 being printed before page 2, which is what she needed, is like so I kind of wanted to check the lottery ticket I bought the other day because I feel like I'm hitting something. Like some sort of cosmic force is just really fucking with me. This is my dad's sense of humor. Like he's if this is him, fuck you, but also real good. Like this is sort of shit that he would absolutely think was hilarious. Oh. So suffice to say, I am exhausted. I'm rather spent. But I still wanted to... I missed Monday stream, so I still wanted to stream. So instead of Phantom Brave, which I'm not going to have time because I wanted to tell you guys that story. I really want to tell you guys that story. I think it was worth your time. Instead of that, I figured, you know what dropped this morning? I already did my polls. And I want to like try and work my way to get more polls. Was the newest update for... Oh, let me move myself again. Newest update for Honkai Star Rail. So we're going to go over to the courtroom. There we go. And instead of our planned Phantom Brave, we're going to play the new Honkai stuff. Mind you, I'm going to be honest. I've not fallen in love with the characters yet. Like the new Greek characters, right? They're not like my favorite so far. Though, I will say, and I need to look up their information, and I'm pretty sure I followed them. Yeah, okay, upside right over. The voice actor who plays the current kind of main character of the story, Phanon. I found out like a week or two afterwards, like because they were doing summons for the second half banner. That voice actor VTubes as a twink clown. I am now a fan of Phanon, and none of you should be surprised. This is a thing that is happening and has already happened. So we are going to jump in here. We are going to get this stuff done real quick. We're going to grab our rewards. We're going to grab our Odyssey thing. We're going to check how many tickets I have. Oh, I have more gems than I thought I did. Oh, that's the one I already have. Yep. That's very Hoyoverse. Like you get it during an event and afterwards you can buy it for real money. Ooh, hydration, thank you. I definitely do need that. You know, after coming off the story, before we dig too much into Star Rail, how about we do our 3-minute ad break now? And then we'll come back and we'll dive into the new 3.1 story. All right? All right, I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. For those of you who are still sticking with me, I'm just going to take care of just some extra stuff. Why is there a March 7th adventure? With the way that 3.0 ended, why is there March 7th adventure? I feel like we're time jumping a little bit. 1. I need 2, right? So 180. So 180. 23? Okay, yeah, I can do math. All right, I'll wait on this page for everyone else to get back. Yunli would be fun, but like I'm required by law to pull for Tribby. It's mandatory. It's very mandatory. I don't have a choice in this. Oh my goodness. I was so heated over the phone. I was so heated over the phone. This one knows. I went off. When I go off, honestly, it is most amusing when I like have a full like blow off moment. Unfortunately, half the time it's because of a, certain individuals, and I don't feel like going off in public because I'm gonna burn bridges. And that's not how I roll usually. Unless you live in the greater, main area, I suppose, at this point. At which point, fine. All right, ad break over in about 40 seconds. I'm gonna just check my other gacha game real quick. I will say, with the amount of poor luck I've been getting in the Hoyoverse games, Dokkan Battle's been treating me pretty well. There's only 2 units I haven't pulled, I think. Or is it just 1? I think I'm just missing 1 of the new anniversary units. Like, there's a lot of content to do in this too. Like, a lot. I'm going to be playing catch up on this for a while. So, Dragon Ball The Breakers is still being made? I'm actually shocked. And Legendary Summon event. Why are you advertising The Breakers on Dokkan? Go away. We don't want The Breakers here in Dokkan. That is not applicable to our interests. Please leave. Please go away now. Oh, there's a new burst up too. All right, you guys are back. All right. I did have enough just to do like one more multi. I've done 3 multis so far. I've not pulled Tribby. But, we'll figure out the one and then we'll jump in the story, right? Nope. Well, let's see if we can save up enough for another one. Like freaking Sai, who is pulling with his partner Hayden, who is the one who voices the triplets. And before she pulls 1, he pulls 2 in a single multi. Alright. Let's get out of there. And we need to go... Our real map. Boreas. Vortex of Genesis. There's still a bunch of side quests I have to do to put more garbage in this thing. Let us continue.
Finally, a rare break. Why don't we head to the Bonajade Exchange and hang out for a bit?
Go say hi to Murda.
Aglaya, with all due respect, this trial is taking far too long.
Oh, Finon's still in his brain palace.
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Is it Finon's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly.
Ah!
Wait, no!
Lady Trinan.
Snowy's voice. I can't hear him anymore.
Meh?
Unlike existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
It has come to this, after all.
What now?
Do you guys want to put more adjectives to this so we understand what's going on?
Get ready, my Deimos.
Plan B. We pull him out when something goes wrong. As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
Why is he so angry? Mom, I want Fate Stay Night. We have Fate Stay Night at home. Fate Stay Night at home.
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the two Outlander warriors can also join me.
Yeah, bet.
That might not be a good idea. The Core Flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences.
And?
Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives through the Flame Chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
It's fine, we got this. Can we all go together? Critical turn, especially with Finon's life on the line. Of course, we nameless will do as necessary.
Join me in the trial to look for Finon. And when we do, Aglaya's golden thread will guide us back out. Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath. If something bad were to happen, Casterus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
Yes, Lord Mighty.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
Yeah, sure. Hold on, let me. Can I talk thing? Do I have stuff to? Do I have enough to give you? I do not. Oh no, I do. Never mind.
May that warrior be safe from harm. When you are ready, I will preside over the ritual on Trinon's behalf.
All right. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all that ice and stuff that my team currently works with. I'm gonna bring heals.
Our reinforcements from beyond the sky. Warriors of high esteem.
That's us. I'm very esteemed.
Please close your eyes and hold your breath.
I didn't like it the first time you did that.
They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challenges safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity, and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Hi! You're that dude again.
Very well. Come forth then. Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making.
I could beat you up.
Follow me into the mist and flames, and come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart.
That'd be a mage.
And with thy strength,
Warriors
banish
fear mages.
and usher in sunlight Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
Like they frost over you in place, and then you get shot, and then they frost over you again, you get shot. Like, it sucks. But I don't play PvP. Someone left their Snapchat filter on. Could someone just check it?
Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikador's trial.
Let's go look for
See
Finan.
him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe.
Okay, someone turn the filter off. Thank you.
Huh. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So.
You won't get away, Kremnoan vermin!
Oh, that's me. Oh, is it? Am I Kremnoan Vorman?
Name, brute.
I want to be a
Your
Vorman.
demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Kremnoans and Akamans are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
Say whatever you like, despicable Achaman. Better to die in battle than return even in glory. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
You might want a dagger something there, bud.
Brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that. Die, you swine!
Matamos. My king, why? Why did you leave us to the mercy of these foreigners?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Is this?
And you are... Oh. So the Alpha Brute has found his way here.
Wait, can we pause for that laugh? It's like baby's first Joker laugh. Like, okay, I want you to try it. Like, that thing was only 2 steps above. Narf.
You Kremnoans are all eager to die, huh? Then I shall grant you a swift death.
Sorry, you seem to have lost your sword in that cutscene. I think we'll be fine. Oh.
Face your death, cowardly king.
That's a cool trick.
This insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikador's wrath. Get there! Show me your courage!
Ooh, what do you do anyway? Forgot to look you up. Can I do it this way? I can! Alright. Increase crit rate by 40%, charge percentage for enemies target, damage is 100%, incoming healing is increased by 30 when restored, crit damage increased by 80. When in the Vendetta state, Mighty will not exit the Vendetta state when receiving a killing blow. His current HP is reduced to a minimum of 1. Alright. Oh wait, that's that. Okay. Basic attack. Alright. Skill. Consume HP and deal imaginary damage to one designated enemy and minor imaginary damage to the adjacents. Consume HP by an equal amount to 35% of Mighty's current HP. Deals imaginary damage to 110%. Imaginary equals 60% of Mighty's max HP to adjust adjacent targets. If current HP is not sufficient, using skill reduces Mighty HP to 1. This ability will be automatically used, okay? Godslayer Be God. Consume 150 points of charge. Deals imaginary damage 280%. And Mighty's max HP to one enemy imaginary damage equal to 168% of Mighty's max HP to adjacent targets. The ability will be automatically used. While this ability is in use, charge cannot be accumulated. So, ability costs 50% of current HP. 35% current HP, and then no actual HP. But these are different amounts of charges? Consume 150 points of charge. Okay. How do I gain points of charge? Restores HP and accumulates talents charge. Okay. So I get through the ultimate talent. When losing HP, accumulate charge. When charge is at 100, enter the Vendetta state, restoring HP and advances action during Vendetta. Max HP can't drop. At the start of this unit's turn, automatically uses Kingslayer be king. When charge reaches 150%, I go in here and I ban the bot. It's a 0 frame window of reaction time. Mighty immediately gains 1 extra turn and automatically uses Godslayer be God. Receives a killing blow, he exits Vendetta state. And tech pulls in enemies within a certain area and inflicts daze on them. Okay, so I don't have to like. Actually, no, that's pretty close to what Fei Xiao's is, only she kind of swirls them around. This unit accumulates talents charge. Got it. Okay. Cool. So go over here.
I don't have time for games.
So he's got 50 charge right now.
Expand your
Give an inch and they'll take a mile. Me? There's no backing out now. For me or you. Who's the little backstabber?
Never seen perfection before?
Open sesame.
Oh, okay.
Absurd. I know this, Akumen. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being.
How perverse.
That horrible noise. I can hardly suppress my bloodlust when it sounds. This battle cry must have gone to Finon. That's why he lost himself.
Why so solemn?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Not right now, baby. Cartonis?
Voice. Is Cartonis?
You wanna
Not you
explain
too,
that?
Cartonis.
Mighty mouse you are. Destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life, finally?
I won't ask how this happened. Nor will I hurt you like you said. I just need you to tell me where Finon is.
All of this, you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo!
I have no
Gorgo,
intention of hurting
Gorgo.
you, Cartonis.
Freeman.
Humiliate me, you shall not! Leave! Get out of Okima!
Get out of Oklahoma.
Get out! Symbol of your sovereignty, take it! Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your kind alone!
I am Groot.
This is Mother Signet. It's here again. I knew it.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin have. With your mad king, perish together in that maelstrom of battle!
Enough! Be quiet! You are not at all Cartonis. Look out!
A long narrow shadow pierces through the phantom of Cartonis.
Nice move.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are you the real Dan Heng? Are we up against Dan Heng operation this time?
Wait. He seems calm and composed. Unlike the red.
And Dan Heng? Saying enough to communicate, it seems. Hey, gray-haired warrior, tell me. What was the last thing you said to me before we parted the waters at Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Parted the waters.
I don't remember that. Forget it. Just kill me, alright? That's right. You have a great memory. Oh, that's right. I had to say fucking thing.
So, you are Dan Heng.
Yep.
What did you go through before meeting us?
A couple guys. They did some fighting. Nothing worth mentioning.
You mean you saw your past too?
He's dealt with his past like 5 times over.
The trial of strife is a vicious one, all right.
What are you thinking?
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle. I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Finon has never met.
Doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. It means that we'll be able to find Finon here.
We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagine it to be. Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their
I do
source.
like how Dan Heng just apparently sped run his like dealing with the past. Like, nah, I've done that for like
Seem to be getting
3 different
longer.
times, so this is pretty base at this point. No one who might not be Finon.
I agree.
Hey, you're shiny.
Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from. The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
Hi. What's wrong with you two? That's the incarnation of Nikador. I talked to him once. He was pretty cool guy.
I'm seeing him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
My demise. You are a keen warrior indeed.
You know
Hi.
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you. And I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Yeah, that's right.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
No. I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far, but you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Okay, we'll just blind your other eye. This is gonna be one fierce battle we won't be able to get out of. One who has fallen, find out and failed the trial?
He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage. You wish to take him away?
Yes.
Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his. Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
Oh no, I'm gonna kill a lot of people.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King. If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of him.
Commendable. Your noble mother
Oh.
displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity.
Oh.
Are you suggesting
Oh.
her efforts were for naught?
You know, I know he's go to me.
Caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past?
Bruh.
Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this.
Everybody like, alright, we'll fight.
Your hatred is as clear as day, my Demos. I rise Thanks to them, I have also come to realize
This is why you killed your father for the throne. Only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on. This is why you slew the Strife Titan. Only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
What? Mighty.
Child and fate, show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of your very own destiny. I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
You might want to turn off the Snapchat filter first.
I see you wish to repeat this. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Or lose yourself in the fight and watch your defeated corpse burn.
I can't really watch my defeated corpse, but that's not a thing that I can do, sir.
The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very moment, ascension. To you, the successor of Kremnos. White warrior knew he was no match, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about
Yeah?
you, Lydomos? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you?
I mean, you know, we're here, and we're pretty badass.
Worthy of this power. Mournful cries, miserable wails. Kings of Kremnos, this is the power you desired? I can't die, but I am struck.
Curiosity. Endless riddle.
Nothing but a bore.
Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
In the name of Varys, I grant you the blood of strife. This raging power,
Oh, that's a thing that
I
happened.
can hardly contain it.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Open sesame. Bending the rules. Curious. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy. Expand your thinking. Watch a crow.
Show your own side. Get them. Revenue. In fear, you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Kremnos. How noisy.
Oh, noise. Hello, baby.
Now crush them all.
I think he's upset because I've been gone so much longer today than I normally am.
Time for a lesson. Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
Get them. Forever two.
Aw. He gets to punching. Lots of punching. Why do I have the spear when I have, like, the meme?
Found you.
Sometime later.
I did my best.
Well, apparently we're back in Land of Living, so we're good. Doesn't need no place for the week. Let's just hope that Fionon gets through this.
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition. With ample rest for both body and mind, he'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Finon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
Inner demons. Yeah, that person mentioned it before.
That is correct. He was willing to entrust the core flame to the Chrysosairs, because he was also pinning his hopes on us to succeed him in shouldering the responsibility of resisting the Black Tide.
Could you tell us more about it?
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Anvorius to madness. It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the 3 Titans of Calamity. Nobody
Okay.
knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide. Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
According to
Wait.
Nihilus, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide. Perhaps that is also why Lord Finon threw himself into the trial of strife so readily.
What were the because there was an unknown one of the Aeons. There's 3 Aeons that are conversing. Because one was the Remembrance. One was Remembrance. Fuck. I can't remember what the second one was. No, the Erudition. Erudition, Remembrance. If the Black Tide is something that affects everything, the closest thing I could think of, unless they introduce a new Aeon or there's one like in the backstory, like the one about Order, would be Xi. Is that the 3rd Aeon that's part of this whole area? Huh.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Krymnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your people could manage it with ease. But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seat of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
He doesn't seem to like that. Going to explain why, sir? Why are you upsetty? Return to your private bath chamber and discuss the present circumstances with Dan Heng. Speakable thing in unknown origin. What comes to mind when you put these keywords together? I mean, an Aeon? If you think of the various characteristics of Amphorius, an isolated world, eternal night being eroded by an unknown power, we cannot discount this possibility. This has been bothering me for a while now. Everything we've seen thus far suggests that Amphorius wasn't always isolated from the rest of the universe, be it the birth of Titans or encroaching Black Tide. None of these would be explained as natural progression of a civilization. There must be other reasons for current isolation. It's just, if the cancer of all worlds is truly the culprit, then we should have observed certain phenomena, explicit or otherwise by now, but that isn't the case. That's what I was thinking too. From past experiences, Sterlon within you should be able to resonate with other Sterlons. We haven't encountered anything like that. Yeah, no, that's true. There's several other unanswered questions too. My gut feeling is that things are not as simple as they seem. I mean, they weren't gonna be. Furthermore, what happened in Penacony also proved that the appearance of a world may not necessarily be the true influence of just one path. Yeah, we know there's 3. He could be an all-star guest. In other sense, it's Penacony all over again. But now let's just take things as they come. Black Tide could be a starting point. Since Nikador has fallen, those who are suppressed by them will no longer doubt begin to counterattack again. Yeah, fair. It seems our Trailblaze expedition is growing in significance. We're going to Might at the same time on the other side of Alice.
Don't worry, Dee. This isn't the first time he's been like this. A long time.
I'm not worrying about him.
Oh, alright. You're a little quiet, though.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. What I meant was, I know that man can pull through for sure.
I'm sorry, I like how angry that was. I'm sorry. I was being rude. Ah.
It's alright. Being straightforward suits you better. Actually, Dee, there's something we're curious about. What did you see in Nikador's trial?
A lot of people.
Something that terrifies me. Isn't that ironic? There shouldn't even be a word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Do you think you stand a chance against that thing that terrifies you?
Is this also part of your grand scheme?
What do you mean?
Aglaya knew that Phynon might fall. And she expected me to take his place. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
Yes. Looks like you know everything.
I have no intention of condemning you for it. The Flame Chase journey is not a game, and I have long understood this. The downfall of Strife, and the ever-growing threat that the Black Tide poses. If Circes and Ornyx are also impacted, ramifications will be dire.
Yep, you're right.
Two Titans who are still lucid and willing to coexist with humanity.
Regrettably, I do not hold the key to completing the trial. If I wish to conquer that fear, I need the assistance of my fellow Kremnoans. Give me some time to speak with my people. It won't take long, I promise.
I see. There is strength in numbers, but you must know that the trial to become a demigod is ultimately meant for only one individual.
Tribby, I think he knows that.
Dee, your people, they have been eagerly awaiting a new king all this time, haven't they? If you take on the divine role, they will have no reservations about following your lead. After all...
I once was. But Lady Trebios, therein lies my deepest fear. We'll talk again later. I'll be back.
Dee? Regardless of what happens, we will always be there for you.
Thank you. The person I'm looking for is probably in the hot bath.
I turned into a hot lady
Take a look.
from a hot man. Everyone's hot.
Billowing steam always brings back memories of the furnaces in our homeland. Children left unattended by their parents? That's not safe.
Come back here, children.
You shouldn't run around in here, kids.
Hey, it's the Crown Prince! Are you also here for a bath?
I want to hear stories about princes on the battlefield.
The Crown Prince. Are you Kremnoans?
Yeah, we are!
Yeah!
Mom said we used to live next to the arena. Well, next to the parts next to it anyway.
My dad is a centurion with the Hydra Lancers, and my mom is the bravest warrior in the God Shield Brigade. We used to get tons of silver coins from Mr. Crateros.
My parents are
Crateros.
serving in the Holy City garrison now. As warriors of Kremnos, they're braver than any Archiman.
Why are you kids here alone? Where are the grown-ups?
Mom and Dad were asleep, so we snuck out to play hide and seek with Mr. Crateros.
That old man can be such
Mr.
a child
Crateros.
sometimes. You know where Crateros is? I happen to be looking for him.
Sorry, I don't. Come to think of it, we haven't seen him in a while. Did he get lost while trying to find us?
No way! Mr. Crateros is a member of the Royal Wing Elites. He's the best at hunting down enemies.
He just can't find 3
I
children.
was counting near Verax Leo when we went to hide. I thought about taking a peek, but who knows if it might be a trap he set.
Oh, old man trap.
Prudent
Oh no.
of you to be cautious. So, which Verax Leo was he with?
It's, just take a few turns after you go out from here. It's close to the back.
All right, I'll go look for him. You should consider the game over and head home for now. Don't play around the hot baths again.
Wait, Your Highness!
Is there something else?
I heard you retrieved Nicodor's core flame. Does that mean we get to go back home soon?
Have you ever been to Castrum Kremnos? You were all born in the Holy City, and are living lives no different from the Archimans. Everything you know about our people comes only from the tales of others. You have never even witnessed the blade in the sky with your own eyes. How, then, is a city you've never seen your home?
Because this place is definitely not home. Mom and Dad told me that the children of Kremnos are born to wield swords and fight on the battlefield.
They also said that the Kremnoan detachment led by the Crown Prince is the bravest army across all of Amphorius. No one can defeat them.
The kids in the Holy City don't play with us. The moment they find out that our parents are Kremnoans, they shun us.
Oh, tribalism. Great.
We don't care. We all know that the Crown Prince will take us home one day.
That time has not yet arrived. But, young men of Kremnos, heed my command. Return to your parents at once. From here on, you are to dedicate yourselves to rigorous training and a healthy diet. You must not neglect these 2 aspects if you are to become a brave warrior of Kremnos. Only by following
100
this
push-ups,
path,
100 sit-ups,
you
and
will
plenty of
be
juice.
returning home.
Yes, Your Highness!
The future of Kremnos. I should find Crateros. There he is.
Rat! Oh, it's the Crown Prince of Castrum Kremnos.
Oh no.
Get
Kick him in the balls and run.
We're here by order of the Council of Elders. Even the Chrysos heirs have to think twice before doing anything to us.
The hell are you two going on about?
Out of my way, lackeys of the Council.
The Civil Guard of Akama is on official duty. Please keep out of this area.
Calm down, my lord. Play nice.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll allow you to pass this time, but just this once.
Totally mean it.
So,
Being serious.
you think yourself knowledgeable? Then here is a question for you. Do you know how Chrysius Leo in Castrum Kremnos
Is that Richard
came to
Epcar?
be mounted on the wall?
I think that's Richard Epcar.
I don't know, my lord. How did it come to be? Let me enlighten you. A long time ago, the founder of Castrum Kremnos led a group of warriors to hunt down a lion on the outskirts of
That
the
is totally
city
Richard
of
Epcar.
Tritos. That vicious beast had been a menace for years, and the bones in its den were stacked even higher.
There are a few voice actors I remember clearly. Richard Epcar I remember clearly because he would bring his directorial bloopers from series to cons to show, and they were amazing.
Out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged forward and brought it down within the blink of an eye, shattering its knees with a single strike. And then, why are you red-faced already?
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to the best part.
Yeah.
It's your storytelling, my lord. You're weaving such a captivating tale that it got my blood pumping. Please, go on. Well, if it isn't Lord Mighty. It's been a while.
Please save me.
Oh, what in Akama is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Kratoros.
I mean, we're still in the middle of the story.
My
So.
esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mighty Mos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
What a silly Billy.
Informants.
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait, so how in the world did Chrysia's nail get mounted on the wall?
Keep up with us, you hyena. Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
Hey, old man, how dare you?
You do dare.
Calm down. Calm down.
Oh, a new space anchor. Okay.
Don't fall behind now.
Not
And
gonna.
let's try to have set our friends here.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
I'll try all of them. Including this. What the? Oh, you didn't see where I was going.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a private chat.
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to?
Someone help me!
Some privacy at last. So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man's counsel?
See, Mr.
I
Epcar,
came to
your voice is
discuss
just so soothing.
The future of the Kremnoans.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even considering giving up Nikador's divine power. Is this true?
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, you did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking your people.
The divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people's only way.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans. Think about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time.
You can find new
If they
routes?
ever learn that the Crown Prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Mighty Mos.
Oh, you bring up Mom.
You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes to restore the glory of Kremnos.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Mighty Mos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course I remember that Europon died when the Kremnoan detachment surrounded him. You drove the spear into his chest with your very own hands.
Oh, neat.
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return. This is the creed of every Kremnoan, no matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
Don't be ridiculous. The only thing that could slay a king is a spear. Even an infant knows that much. I swore to your mother that I would guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. And she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty, Mighty Mos.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But it appears this is not the right time yet.
Go, Mighty. Ha! That's what those Chrysos heirs call you, isn't it? Go down the path you have deemed correct. Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one could deter you once you've made up your mind. But don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Akama now, but we remain eternally bound to strife by blood.
Bloodlines no longer hold any significance in this era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone. A lion should never dwell amidst its prey, especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
Euripon, the boy did nothing wrong! This is murder! Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador. We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd! Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos? You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous beasts in Amphorius.
Enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed. Starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all.
Your failure is inevitable, Euripon. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child! A beast that murders his own kin. Royal Wing elites and Ephors of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold. If you consider yourselves the honorable sons and daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears and join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If so, come forward with your spear and prove your mettle.
Understood.
5,
4,
3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that crown stripped you of your courage? 2. 1.
It appears there are no objections. Then, in accordance with the Kremnoan Council's principle of tacit consent, the decision is final. With all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury and join the fallen heroes. May fate and the gods await your arrival. My son, my Deimos.
Stop!
This is an
If you
interesting,
have more to
like,
say,
hold on,
then
let me finish this up first.
On account of the life we have shared together, I grant you this one final chance.
With the Blade of Fury above us and the Council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in accordance with the laws of Kremnos. O unworthy king, in the name of the Council of Elders, I demand that you duel me!
Very well. We shall see who the Kremnoan blade strikes down.
My Deimos, my son. They all tell me to forget. But how could I ever? The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
They roared in anger. Everyone was like, no, she angry. You haven't slept so soundly in ages. I sleep in so good. Self-rouse you. You'd probably retort, why does life slumber? Because the bed is warm. A chill from River Souls waft by. Could death truly be at your door?
Mister, you're awake.
I mean, close enough. Castrus, why does life slumber?
That's a complicated question. I'm not sure I can answer that. I apologize for arriving uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting nearby.
Well, I'm going to pause here real quick. So, from what I'm gathering, Mighty Mouse doesn't want his people to continue down, like, Strife's path, and is like, hey, we can do better without being, you know, fucking the embodiment of Kratos God of Wars 1 through 3. Right? We can be better than Asura's Wrath. Right? We don't have to just be angry all the time and stabby. And a lot of them was like, no, we're holding on because we're proud people who have swords and spears and we attack and it's cool and that's what your mother wanted and she wanted us to be righteous again and stuff. And yet his dad, through shitty means, wanted people to also stop down that path and didn't see it as a good future. But the mom did. But his attempt at that was to kill Mighty. Like, everyone's kind of a dick in some way, right? So I can see this being why Mighty's a little hesitant, because if he takes the core flame, he becomes the king with the crown and all that, then his people are going to expect that they go back to being people of strife. They go back to being Engi. And that's not the direction he wants. So actually that makes sense then if he tried to then hand it off to Finon, because Finon's like, you know, goody goody two shoes, so he would not take that approach. And therefore his people can't really lay the blame at his feet. Call it like the names, and you know, talking about his dad and mom and all this. So that makes sense why he wanted Finon to try and get it. But he's realizing, one, he needs to, and two, his people are then going to look at him as a king, but he doesn't want them to, because he feels if he does, then the best thing for his people is to abandon what they've been holding on to for what would be better life. And they are not going to be happy with it, which is why they brought up the kids, because the kids are like, oh, our parents tell us that we're born with a spear, and we're mighty warriors, we'll train hard to be mighty warriors and stab everything that moves. Like, can we not, maybe? Can we not do that? Can we not do that? That sounds like a bad idea. We don't want to do that. Okay. I can kind of see where his mindset's at.
I bring a message from Lady Aglaya. She has prepared a gift for you and Dan Heng, and wishes to present it to you in person.
Is that like, this is like the trial? So I don't want the gift. That's fine. You can keep it. Gift, gimme! What are we waiting for? Let's go!
I'm glad you're in good spirits.
Nameless recollection. Crown Prince of Kremnos revealed the past in that trial of Amphothos. The past gained through their travels. Head to the book and write it down. Amphothos. I wrote it down and get stuff for it. Hi, Mem. Just sneaking a peek now. Plop. Whose visage comes into view? Why the aversion? This Mighty. He's strong. He could be our king in his blood. No one dare shake his hand in greeting. Oh, he's big, powerful man. Rawr. Yeah, he's mortal too.
Years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
Dying body. Tower world turned to ash, and he's still alive because, you know.
A blade? Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
That is why I walk on this path.
Because he wants something better than that. Understandable. Doopy-doo. Akuma is full of stories about Mighty? Oh, they're all princes and like destroying him or Finon. Oh, they fought and they went to a draw. Okay. I say throne tier warrior. I don't know what that means. There's a Mighty flying around. Who's spreading all the stories? That's crazy. I'll take that though. Oh, someone sent me a thing. Which one of you sent me a thing? Hop over for now. Get my swag. All right. Interesting. right, we're gonna be paused here for a quick sec. We're gonna do the 3-minute ad break here in a minute. Oh, and some cat's gonna be obnoxious. I'll give him cuddles, so I'm gonna give the cat cuddles now. All right, so I'll be back in 3, guys. I am back from cuddling my cat. He was needed. I feel refreshed. Let us continue to find out what our gift is. I'm sure it's totally a gift and not just secretly more tasks to do.
The baths are bustling. Now that Nikador has fallen, the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break.
I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this.
Is that Lady Trevi and Lady Trianne?
Yes.
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too, but we still got through those sad times. Ugh, look at that color and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it. I want you buy it. If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside.
No, it's all right. Trianne is just... she'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trianne is just... what? Trianne is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten all about Mama! Mama gave us something just like this before! Trianne...
Oh.
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch things up soon.
If it is a counterfeit, then fuck this merchant.
Winds of fortune bless you.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trianne were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Casterus. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Marmorial Market, and bought it to use as decoration at my stall. When Lady Treby and Lady Trianne walked by earlier, Lady Trianne happened to catch sight of it, and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said...
Okay, so she wasn't even trying to sell them off on
be
it.
from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is simply too low. For some reason, Lady Trianne became awfully upset after hearing that.
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Certainly. It's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune. Miss Casterus, I'm running a business here after all, so...
I understand. Feel free to name your price.
Nuts, I object to that. Glare at her in silence.
And what might your concerns be, my friend?
Treby already called it fake.
Fine. I'll sell it to you at cost, as a sign of goodwill, Miss Casterus. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated. Thanks for helping me out. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had you not been here, I would have been set back plenty. The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trianne and reminds her of her hometown.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trianne's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today feels like divine intervention. Perhaps this is the gift I've been searching for. Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trianne runs around, it won't break easily.
Yeah, good thinking.
All right.
Very,
Back
very
to
forward
business
thinking.
After that little detour. Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough.
I don't know if she would teleport on the platform if I like ran on it. Ran onto it and activated before she got here. Oh, there's Dan Heng. Hi, Dan Heng.
Your friend arrived before us.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Hey, you're here. Yep.
And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky.
That's me. You're up so early, Dan Heng. You would have been too if you hadn't stayed up late. Hey,
For all that
shut the
has
fuck up.
happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind, trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present you with the highest honor of Akima. This is the Dew of Divine Blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. The last 3 bottles are now being kept in the treasure vault of Akima.
Okay, alright, can we stop for a second? What the fuck is with the 3? Everything with Amphorius has been 3s. Everything. Now there's only 3 bottles left in the vault. No. Okay. I'm gonna say this now. There's some bullshit with the 3s. There's some bullshit in the 3s. Like, I'm just gonna call it right now. You can clip it, you can whatnot. There is some amount of bullshit with 3. I don't care if it's like this place has been split into 3s. I don't know if there are 3 angles at this. I like because there's 3 bottles left there. There are 3 fucking aeons that are interwoven here. Every group of like gods that did something were in groups of 3. Every fucking thing is in 3s. Everything's in 3s. There's some bullshit with it. It is said, then they conveniently pull 100 of the out their asses. No, I believe her when she says there's 3, but there's a reason we keep hitting 3. And we haven't been given the reason why. It could be just simple as the Aeons, but I feel like there's more to it than that. So I'm just saying, there's some bullshit with 3.
Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of 2 cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other. And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky in appreciation of what you have done for us.
I'm not of drinking age yet. Especially given simply a token of gratitude, though, is it?
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the Dew of Divine Blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
Oh, hey, we can roll with that. We won't forge an alliance with the Cryoseers, embroil us in conflicts within Akima. I'm sure you can understand where our misgivings come from. You think about this first. Ah, my gift! My gift! Having said that, Lady Glade, please don't misunderstand. We will still do what we can to assist in Flametation journey. It's just, I've heard of the friction between Cryoseers and the Council of Akima. As outsiders, we are wary of being caught up in this conflict.
Wow! Gray and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard.
Who are you and why do I want to give you a head pat? Like, that's my first reaction to whoever this is. I want to give them a head pat.
No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine.
Hold the fuck up. I'm getting browser open. I'm getting browser open. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. I need to look at something. I need to look at something now. That is not what I need to look at. That is me changing that overlay, and I don't want that. No, that's not what I'm saying. Sneaky. Hold up. Let me see if I can get a good picture. All right, hold on. I'm bringing this over here. All right. Can I just open image in your tab? Yeah, that's what I want. All right. I'm somewhat wary, given first off, like the color scheming is remarkably similar. Like something about her gives me March 7th vibes. And we know March 7th is connected here for some reason. Like this is giving me such heavy March 7th vibes. There's something about her immediately. Like there's something I'm immediately there's something. I mean, if she's like, because March 7th's Remembrance, right? Yeah, March 7th's Remembrance. So if you're Remembrance, right? Yeah.
Not only are you guests from beyond the sky,
Oh, hold on, I'm being
also done
tapped at.
so much for Akuma. You're practically heroes to us all.
Thank you, hon.
Lady Aglaya would
Yep.
never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
I was so set to this just chatting. Okay. So real. Thank you. Alright. Okay, who are you? You are
Hyacinth.
Hyacinth?
Thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie. Oh, I've missed you.
Everything about her design is screaming some connection with March. Am I misremembering that March? Hold on, I'm just gonna pull this up on my phone. She can keep talking, but great, Danny.
Aren't they just the cutest nicknames?
He's a natural at making friends. Kind of reminds me of an old friend with pink hair.
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akuma presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akuma, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
No, she's here to help Claire recruit us. Accept this gift. We welcome a chance to talk with you, Lady Hyacinth. Oh wait, this is the Shadows. That is...
Yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
Okay, that is exactly what I thought it was. There's something that caught me about the, about, like, the back of her outfit. March 7th also has a similar bow with an emblem at, like, at the small of her back. And yeah, March 7th also has, like, a cutaway. There's so much, yeah. She has to be tied. She has to be tied to March. I don't know how. She has to be. Another question I've been meaning to ask. Micro expressions, tone of voice, questionnaires. Are these all part of the usual skill set of Aquila's priests?
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the Newsporists at the Grove of Epiphany, and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard.
Like, her hair is even March 7th. Because March 7th also has a blue with, like, a pink with a light blue kind of aesthetic going.
Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikador's attack on Akama, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akama.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
Thank you, we'll keep that in mind.
Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akama for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove.
I don't want to contest with this new pink thing in front of Naya. If Naya immediately back with it, it's March related.
As it happens, Akama intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Circe's core flame at the earliest convenience.
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you can't be asking me to...
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trian will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castris will be accompanying her.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
Okay, Anaxa. Okay, so Rumor Mill's been angry. All right, so Anaxa is for the next update patch is supposed to be one of the two people on the Summon Banner. And people are like, okay, she's powerful, so there's always a worry about power creep and stuff. Castris is a big concern right now. Just because the media leaks, the drops and ideas of stuff. Castris, I don't like saying game breaking or things like that easily, but the current initial build, which obviously can always change, and I, for fuck's sake, hope they do. All right, is her passive. Is that she gives your party like a free revive when they get knocked out. Like when one person gets knocked, they get a free revive, right? Which by itself, okay, that's powerful. Why do you think it's game breaking? I didn't say she had to be in the party. Right now, if you own her, then it's to any party you put out there, whether she's in it or not. No. If they proceed with that, that is absolutely gross, disgusting, and I do not like it. So hopefully they change that, because that's all the information they've put out about her so far. The Falls Akama's diplomatic affairs will give you some privacy. Back to bed. Boring.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Mr. Trailblazer, why not go with them? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
Alright.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Grady. I'd be delighted to show you around.
That's good. Gaining more insight in customs and geographies into different regions of Emporius is also part of Trailblazing.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the Weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it to them. While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castorus knows this too. Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okima, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
Smooth. Ooh, interesting items. Let's go.
I'm glad to be in your company again, mister.
Known as Thanatos, who is Anaxa?
When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phynon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then.
Oh, she probably didn't get paid that well then.
The Grove of Epiphany is Akima's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey. Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacinth and Professor Anaxa.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates.
Alright. Bet.
Look, there she is! And Lady Trian. But... did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury.
Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trian! Trian was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Okima for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trian knows the city has good doctors, so Trian brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor.
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trian. But by then, this man was already in critical condition.
These wounds, they're caused by the Black Tide. This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the Black Tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trian, would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trian believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trian! Fly, fly, fly away from Okima!
Alright. Well.
Down this road we go, to the skies we fly! Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
Sure. Let's go.
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie. Everybody, let's hold hands. To the Grove we go!
Doo-doo-doo. You still have a rock.
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Cass, memmy, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
How are you two so close already?
Memmy, mem, mem, memmy,
Are now good friends after traveling together for so many days.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. Oh, this is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
It shows I'm learning. I'm a smart boy. Don't teach her how to sew, Cass. All right, so you're going to be playing the new companion to our main character in this game series that people absolutely love. Okay, what are my lines? Here you go. This is one word. Yeah. And you better present that one word 10 out of 10. If you don't, you're fired. Did I just say mem all day? We're paying you. Say the word. Say the line, Bart. Mem. Transform into a cute girl. Now, you might become fluffier.
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy?
Poppy, that was one was clear.
It's already action hour. Lady
Action
Trian,
hour.
I
That
hope
is so
you
much better than noon.
You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trian say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword. Let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trian.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom. But Trian can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now.
What's your superpower? There are many memories scattered all over the world. Surely at least one contains an image of Trian's mama. If I keep looking, if I keep a lookout for it, searching memories, then Daisuke go boom. I love you can tell they're actually paying attention to their lines because they said boom in the middle of that.
Trian thinks that's a great idea.
Only if you start calling me a pink puppy.
Little Memmy from
That's much better. Still, I'd like to know what I am.
Okie dokie. Trian remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Circes would be willing to visit Akama. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time.
To the grove.
Legend has it that when
More bugs. Catch more bugs. Whoa. Broken cocoon. Oh no. A little statue.
Look.
Oh.
Huge tree.
It's got a face on it.
Huge.
Oh. New Chesteroonies. Wonderful.
Ah, you want
Yeah, that thing is going to give me an ukulele trigger if I keep listening to it. Hun, I love you, but I really don't want to hear you looking at me and go mem mem mem. Just throwing that out there. Womp Womp is fine. I'm fine with Womp Womp. Okay? Completely understandable. The giant tree bowed slightly in silent forest. Would March 7th appreciate the sublime scene? I'm certain Don Hong, perhaps. Troubling situation. Take a photo of the big tree. Victory photo! I never fail to impress.
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Circes. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest.
Neat.
A long time ago, Thelesis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
And half of them were asking what Epiphany meant.
Trian knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
Is the academy supposed to be this quiet?
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circes give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival.
So... is it closed?
That doesn't seem likely. Miss Hyacinth didn't mention anything about it.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet.
Fair enough. Let's look around.
This place is too quiet.
Hi, Buggo. Oh. Yeah, give me information about the tree so I can mark it off my list. Wonderful. Door.
Trian found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side!
I gotta fix it. Undelivered Grove report.
The entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
Shong. Do.
His eyes are so sharp!
I turned it to the left until it worked.
The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us.
Oh. Is hidden from us. Just Rooney.
Oh.
Doot 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 doot. Doot doot doot. Any more buggos? Any buggo? Buggo?
As I expected, something's not right here.
Why? Someone should have come forward to save us by now.
Mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet.
Maybe something happened? Thank you, Trian.
No one's here.
Don't give up so easily.
I have an idea. Lady Trian, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of this is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
How unique.
Well, these lines are documented in the Handbook of Nestia's priests. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
Aye.
There isn't a reaction.
But that shouldn't be.
Mem.
Are they white dryad flowers?
Oh, it's a dude. Hold on, I need to find bugs. Excuse me, Mr. Bug. Mr. Buggo. I must catch you. You're romantic? Wonderful. Get off the statue, please. You stay on there, it's going to be a fine. Another puzzle. Wonderful. You like puzzles. So, oh, I want it to stay on the button. Okay.
Oh, you want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
I know the puzzles really aren't for everyone, but I tend to like the little puzzle segments. Doo-doo-doo. Hello, sir. Oh wait, there's a thingy here. Oh, hello, guys. Did you have something to say? Installed bronze detonators along a number of the Grove main. What? Why? Speed according to plan. There's no issue in technological side. The nation to ensure they're able to damage the bodies of Titans. Methods are blasphemous. Slow the invasion of the Black Tide as much as possible. Use an axe's wicked ways. Anyway, to leave the Grove immediately, head to Akuma to request aid. You want us to leave the front line and be a deserter? You're Chrysos heir. If anyone is going, it should be you. Don't argue with me. You know I'll never win. Don't wanna. Unafraid is not desertion. The fastest among us, can you accept this important duty? He's got gravitas. Huh. Hello, floating thing. What a cute name.
No, these aren't white dryads. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Dead me, ma'am.
Dead me, ma'ams.
Strictly speaking,
Hedgehog.
These white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Mem, can you...
Got anything? Oh.
Cloak. Sword. Toward the great tree.
That's it.
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trian will be on high alert!
Yeah. Trian's got this. Everyone, take 5.
The smell of death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
Oh. Everything's all jaggly and weird.
Ah, you want this?
This looks really scary.
Wait.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks.
Those sort of look like something else.
Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Should we inform Aggie about the...
That black thing seems to be moving.
The monster is alive! Trian will protect everybody!
Trian, please hide behind us, mister. Let's do this. As expected.
Corrosion.
The words black, sword, and cloak. They're talking about the Black Tide.
Certain enemies will inflict ally units with the corrosion state. Attacking enemies will restore corroded HP. The more targets hit, the more is restored. Step on him.
There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Expand your thinking.
Just a grace. I have something for you. Lose some, win some. Who's the little backstabber? You won't get away.
Curiosity. Endless riddle.
Nothing but a bore.
Nothing but a bore.
You defeated it! Little Gray, little Kaz, you're so strong!
They aren't supposed to show up here, right?
The Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also—
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the but at what price?
At the same time in Akuma.
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve it.
No, you should hurry to the Grove.
Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
The Grove?
Now that I think about it, Castris and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trian just got in contact. The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread.
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But what?
But what?
They can't see for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove.
We already know what happened. They got invaded.
Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke as well?
I take it no.
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akuma. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akuma's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right.
Alright.
Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm
That's
her
fair.
with this bad...
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Treeby, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
So, Live, that's true. Who are they? Should we trust them?
How should I put it? Lady Aglaia doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid. Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense.
I like Anaxa now.
During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the Flame Chase journey.
Didn't you just say the Grove is the academy?
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
Looks like the Reason Titan must be really open-minded to accepting even those kinds of novel ideas.
That is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our Flame Chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
With the exception of Oryx, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
I don't think Ornyx was as reluctant to help us as you put it.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
We
Good
can
idea.
fly.
In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
What does that mean?
Okay, we will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes in the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans.
In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Good job, Trian. I have the Time Titan's power.
So many monsters.
Do-do-do. Hey, ma'am, I don't hate you, but please shut the fuck up. In all due kindness. I can't go in there? Boo. I won't go in the door. Let me in a door. Looking for bugs. I'm looking for bugs. I picked up a rock. It's just like raisins. Da, da, na, 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 na. You're welcome. Yeah, that's stuck in my brain. What if I try something else? Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Nah. That reminds me of work. Ooh, Chester Rooney.
Ah, you want this?
Ah!
Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
Any other bugs? No. Open the door.
I can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the black tide.
Flaming Lance.
Save your energy. Yanis's power is far stronger than we could ever imagine.
Guys, Ornox will help us find a way to open it.
Serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods? Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
Are you an Axa?
My name is Anaxagoras.
Ooh.
One of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the Newsporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa.
Got it, an Axa. I'll just stick with an Axa.
Never interrupt me. Silence is golden. The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the pure, irrefutable, and undeniable exalted truth.
Ratio would love this dude.
Through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination lies. Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is being consumed as the price. In other words, this voice isn't created out of thin air. That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the calamity at the Grove, the Black Tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the Scholars have been wiped. But that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast majority of the Scholars. They are heading toward the holy city of Akama as we speak.
Oh, that's nice.
A small fraction of the Scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, Cersei's core flame will reach Akama before.
Oh, okay.
Since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you may retrieve the core flame. And our mortal remains. And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Mister, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory.
Know what you saw.
Mr. Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
Okay. He said his name was Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name.
Alchemy referred
Professor
to.
Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Newsporism. It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested.
Bet.
Provided that he is still alive. Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame then.
Good. Go to the throne.
It is located at the top of the giant tree and is where Cersei's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be there, but making our way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
Well, sounds like places that's easy to defend and difficult to attack.
Right.
The door open, hooray! Oh.
Alchemy is truly incredible.
Science! Yeah, what was that? Oh, there's a bug. Hi, bug. What's this? I imagine that singing?
You didn't imagine it. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe.
Giants raise their glasses. Toast. Coming from... I have no clue. That's why you're supposed to be quiet in a library.
Found it.
Oh?
The voice is coming from over there.
That's where our enemies are. Over there.
No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way. Let's go check it out.
That wasn't silence. The guy, the voice just kind of went, ah, shit. The voice is that way. God damn it. Do. Oh. Old man in robes. Capable of singing. Stroke the statue. Stare at it. Knock on the statue.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak.
Oh, hi.
Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
What a good-looking ghost.
What a smooth-talking child. I'll accept your praise.
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences.
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute. Just call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the Seven Sages and the Lotophagists.
Hi, Professor.
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagists has never shown their true identity before, we shouldn't trust this person so easily. The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest. Go ahead.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place. What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath.
Oh, good job, Phynon.
Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So, are you satisfied with my...
Yeah, for now.
This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing.
I'll keep my eyes on you.
Oh, that's truly an honor.
Okay, can I talk now?
As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend. So, the solution is to awaken this heart.
Awaken. Okay. Titan Echoes. And is there a Bugdaroo around here? Buggy bug. Buggy bug. Buggy bug. Buggy bug. Buggy bug. Is there a buggy bug? No. Oh, I thought there was a bug. Oh, there's one right there. Buggy bug. Yeah. Very nice. Another buggy bug. Not ready to talk to them yet, though. Too much going on. We do have a chest, though. I like chests. Ooh, we like infos. Give me that info.
You want this? Fine.
I do.
Take it and amuse yourself.
Oh, yay. And more info. Library info. Okay, that's good-ish. So, one second. I'm going to actually, for a quick second, I'm going to kill display capture. And we're going to go, I'm going to go in here. And I'm going to go in. Let me check on something. So if we do this, I was thinking if I can get one more 10 pull out of what I got. And then more tickets. Alright, so I'm at 5. Need to buy, hold on. 160, 5, 3, 800. That's 600. That does not count. Oh, I've actually hit the bonus on a bunch of these because I went a little hard on finding someone in particular. Then that's 6. That's what, yeah, that's, yeah, okay. Just for you guys, I'll drop like $10 more. I'm gonna do this, the store. I got enough for one more multi. All right. Well, I've done this once before where I've ended like with the last multi to like actually pull. So let's see if we can get the Tribby. I don't think that's it. Nope. Ah, boo. Well, you know, I'm gonna keep pulling on this banner until like it rotates out because I'm required by law to pull for a character that is voiced by a non-binary. And the voice actor, so you know, mandatory by law. It's as an obligation. But no, after the day like today, oh my god! For those who weren't here, I would honestly watch the first 30 minutes of the VOD because I went off on the past like couple months. It has been a time. It has been a time. But I do thank you guys for joining me on this. I'm gonna actually go over here, get done over here. yeah, we'll say my 8 to 9 month journey is at an end, but it is quite a journey that ended in a very almost explosive way. So I would, again, when this ends, I would totally check out the VOD and just see me go off, because when I go off, it's amazing. I admit that myself, you know. Friday is gonna be Fall Guys, obviously. I'm looking forward to the ranking for that. In the next week or two, there's talks of a Fall Guy collab with a couple of VTubers, like a new group of VTubers. So I'll keep you guys in the loop on that. I'm also keeping an eye on some other releases this month until Xenoblade X. I have 2 weeks until Xenoblade X comes out. I'm not going to finish Phantom Brave. I know that much. So I'm not sure how much of that to stream and how much of something else to stream. So keep an ear out. I might try some other things. You know, Hearthstone, WoW, more Star Rail, Z's, who knows, or something new drops. So just keep an ear to the grindstone. What is it? Ear to the grindstone? That doesn't make sense. I combined two things in my brain. So that being said, I need to figure out who I can trust you find folks with as we raid out to someone. And let's see. Let's see. Is Volshock still going strong? Volshock's still going strong. Okay, we're going to go raid. We've only raided them once before. We're going to go raid Volshock. Volshock is one of those people I actually met at PAX. They do a good amount of the lawyer games. But they've been super nice. I popped in their stream multiple times. They've always been super kind to me. They seem like a really nice person. I love that right now they have a PNG that is very Edgeworthed. So it scratches that funny part in my brain. I enjoy it quite a bit. But they're playing Halo Master Chief Collection. I can't tell for certain which Halo it is. And that's only because I only ever played 3. Fun story with that, but anyway. So go say hi to him. Friday, some more Fall Guys. And then we'll just see how the next couple weeks go. And maybe I have more stories for you. But again, thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys in another 2 days. All right? Have a good one. And good night, everybody.